Hello, this is Jeff of Talflater Mouse. We've got another installment of You Make It, We Mock It, where our own viewers submit interesting and exotic 12-gauge slugs, and we test them out. Today we've got another submission by Brian from Northern California that he calls the Pinhead. This slug consists of 10 stainless steel pins, a screw, a nut, all encased in a PVC jacket. The weight of the slugs are 19.5 grams, 0.68 ounces, or 300 grains, or close enough to that. Alright, let's take a closer look at it and we'll try to visualize what it'll do, how it will perform, just on how it's constructed. Now I look at that countersunk screw, and I believe upon impact that's going to act like a wedge, causing the rods to spread apart, break out of that jacket, and cause mayhem. That's just my prediction. And I believe that is what Brian had in mind as far as how this is supposed to react when it hits something. Today's recipe consists of 18 grains of E3 powder, and that should drive it to around 1,500 plus feet per second. As far as components go, we'll be using an FS12 gas seal, a leather support wad, and a discarding Subaru. And we will be using a fully rifled barrel today because these will need spin stabilization. Let's get out there and test them. We've got a lot of wind noise in this shot, so I'll just narrate over the top of it. We will be using this new, very cool remote actuator submitted by Brian from Cincinnati, which is, I believe, also known as Northern Kentucky. And you can see that Brian is a talented machinist. The thing just bolted right on, everything lined up perfectly. It does have all kinds of adjustments on it. And it's just another added layer of safety when you're testing untested ammo out in the boonies by yourself.
Okay, shot number one. Oh, that works great. Fantastic.
Alright, let's check out the Chronos high-speed camera footage. Here it comes. Perfect stability. Accuracy was pretty good. That's always encouraging. And as you can see, we had penetration of our Kevlar body armor. We could see all the little pins sparkling in the sun. And if you're enjoying this presentation so far, please give it a like or a dislike. I don't want to tell you how to think, but we definitely appreciate it when you rate the video. Now let's take a look at the damage.
Pretty good for the first shot. Showing really good promise. Flying nice and straight. Had good stability, and that's pretty good. Actually took a bite out of the sticker. Now I didn't find anything in the Kevlar vest, but I did find a new hole in the shirt, exit wound. So it may have just completely defeated that level 3A Kevlar. Fantastic. Okay, next up is the Ballistic Gummy Bear. Smaller target. Let's see if these will do the job though. Man. Well, the elevation was pretty good. It drifted to the left. We'll see if that's a trend or not. And we'll have to look at the high speed and see if we saw any of the rods or the flechettes being broken apart or anything.
In this shot, the slug drifted a little bit to the left, about 1.5 inches, but at least it penetrated the full thickness of the gummy. But we didn't see any of the pins or flechettes break apart or anything like that. Sometimes just hitting the target is half the battle with these experimental homemade projectiles.
Okay, we got the wet magazines. This should give us an indication if they're actually gonna, the flechettes are actually gonna break apart or not. We haven't determined if it does that or not yet. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was a very accurate one.
The wet magazines are kind of a everyman's or poor man's ballistic gel. It's approximately twice the density of ballistic gel. Now this target is about 8 inches thick, so it equates to a 16-inch block of gel we found. But I'm really happy with this shot. It was almost dead center. Let's see what the results are.
Almost exactly where I was aiming, just slightly off, but I cannot complain about that. A lot of, ooh, that is a deep hole. But we can see some raggedness around here. Maybe those flechettes broke apart, or maybe it went all the way through. That's rather unexpected. I did not think these would have the weight or the mass to actually blow all the way through that. So let's open it up and see if there's anything interesting to see. It's like peeling back an onion. See, it's just a giant hole. No sign of the flechettes yet. Still no sign. So it may not have broken apart. Okay, up next is our ballistic tactical calibrated water jugs. 3 of them. Okay, let's see how that does. Not bad.
Not a terrible shot, only about an inch low and to the right. But it was enough to hydro shock all 3 jugs, which I didn't expect again with this rather lightweight slug. Had a lot of energy. Well, let's look at the aftermath and see if there's any telltale signs of what happened.
Okay, that was number 1. Went a little bit to the right. I think that was my aim. Interesting marking on there, as if the flechettes started spreading there. Then we got number 2. And then number 3. It just hydroed them all though. And there is one of the rods. It's actual steel rod. So that one did partially at least come apart. It's hard filming by myself, you know that? But man, it was a nice day, so I just jumped in my truck today and it's like, man, I'm gonna go film today. All right, the 30-pound lead plate. I was just gonna take a couple shots with this rig today and then shoot the others, actually shoot them myself, but it works so well, I'm gonna keep using it until probably the rest of the video. Okay, lead plate at the orange sticker. Oh, shot a little bit low. I'm not getting any readings with that lab radar again. Oh.
Not a terrible shot. We always hope they'll be a little more accurate than that, but a hit's a hit. We can see some of the flechettes are all mangled up, flying out of the cavity there. And also the PVC jacket, which is very tough material. I would have thought that after an impact like that, it would have completely shattered. And then I did find the PVC jacket. I believe it's PVC. Very tough material, you know. You see some these striations, as if the screw, you know, act like a plunger and shove those things outwards. So that may be what's going on here, and I'm hoping that was what I was hoping they would do. Again, the gel test is going to really tell us what's going on. A little bit low and to the right. That could have been me still. The way I set up the rig to aim it, and a lot of nasty jaggedness in there. I think we saw part of the slug at least spit out some of the resin. And let me see if I get a closer shot of that for you. Maybe you recognize something in there. I think I see a screw. So there you go.
All right, we got the Talflator head with his super safety goggles. Okay, here we go. Oh, no water. No water, wow.
Now this one did pretty well. It shot a little bit high and it clipped the goggles. But looky here, we have full fragmentation of the slug as we see all the pins flying outwards. But oddly enough, nothing hit the water bottle that's embedded inside the head. And we even have a good look at the discarding sorbet. It's in good shape and did its job. And yeah, I'm messing with you with the Sabot pronunciation.
Okay, I get the Idiot of the Year award. The reason we haven't gotten any readings from the lab radar is because I didn't arm it. I forget you have to arm the thing. I don't know, it's not as automated as I would like, but I can't blame them. See, that's the problem with when you're out here by yourself. You forget to do the basic things. A lot of things going on here. Okay, let's hit it. Oh my gosh. So 15, 16, still didn't read.
Now I was bound and determined to hit that water bottle that's in the center of the head, and I missed it again. And we noticed that the slug did not break apart, so that one did not function correctly.
I promise you the red dot is right on that water bottle. There we go. There we go. No disappointment there. Nice dark green ooze. There we go. There we go.
Now the head is made of clear ballistics gel, and it has a water bottle with some dish soap in there and some food coloring. And what's neat about it, it has a slight time delay so that we can still see the slug exiting it before all mayhem breaks loose. And once again, we saw that the slug did not activate, did not spread out the rods at all. But we had a really nice reaction with the dish soap water. It looks like the scene from The Exorcist, except Linda Blair's vomiting out her ears too.
Of course, my remote trigger, which I spent a week making, well, buying and assembling, did not work. As you can see, it did not come apart. Made it all the way through the block, and we did capture that one. Let me show you what that, I mean, it's reshootable, I guess. But I don't think if we shot it again, it would do anything different. It's a great idea, never tested before, and it just didn't work. I'm certain we had the velocity and all that, but some ideas work, sometimes they don't, and that's what we learn, and that's how we learn.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to give a quick thank you to our Patreon supporters, and there's a couple folks out there I want to thank for their super chats. I never ask for those, and it's always a surprise and a pleasure to get those too. Thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.